People talk that we do not have time for ourselves, that most of the times we are working, and we have to take out time specifically for certain things that we want to do, that we love, or that we would like to do, or sit free or do whatever. And most of their times are dedicated to hustle, hard work, earning money, running here and there. And I'm doing the exact opposite. Most of my time is being spent with myself, being in silence, or being like, I'm not obliged to any duty or any responsibility or any to any employer, not even to myself. I do whatever I wish to do in a day. Whatever I wanted to do a year back, and I was not able to get the time, and I have to take out time to work the way people take out time to do things out of work, apart from work. I hope you're with me. And how I was able to do that, why am I doing that, is the topic of this discussion today. This is a very beautiful bird, very beautiful. The color is black and white. The size is of a sparrow, but it's not a sparrow. It just sitting on my balcony. And there's another bird, half the size of a sparrow, very tiny, fully grown tiny bird, and the color is green, very chirpy. And the sun just shone up. Why did I choose to move to a village life? Moving to a village from a regular city hustle life, people can't even think about this in their wildest dreams. But I chose it. I used to be a guy of huge ambitions. I wanted to be an actor who people knew, and I wanted to be relevant in the society. And so I had huge dreams to have so much money, big houses, cars, people around me, beautiful, numerous clothes. I just the rest of the society and people, the generation that we are living in, just the rest of, just like them, I also wanted to be so effective in the society, so visible in the society. I also dreamt about going to places, expensive places, spend a lot of amount of money. But what convinced me into, you know, sacrifice that dream for this life? It was just my realization that whatever we are doing as a society and in this generation, whatever hustle we are doing, we are doing it for something. And what are we doing it for? We are doing it to feel relevant in the society, and relevant and important. Like, our desire to afford expensive places, our desire to afford expensive cars, expensive clothes, expensive houses, is not a natural desire. It is a desire fueled in us by the society and Like it's society only, whatever we call it. The generation is a reflection of society that has been grown to this state with thousands of years of exposure, thousands of years of development, thousands of years of scientific approach. And so the consumerism has grown so much. The thing that we think we need right now, we're desperate for, to afford expensive places, expensive cafes, expensive restaurants, expensive clothes. It was not the requirement or the need 100 years ago. So with the time we are changing our requirements, and there's a deeper reason why we want to do that. Whatever we are doing is we are seeking happiness. We are seeking happiness, but through a path that I consider wrong. We are seeking happiness through validation. We are seeking happiness through our ability to afford expensive things. But the eventual goal is happiness only. No one does it. No one does anything hard, difficult, or hustle in their life to achieve anything but happiness. No one does it for sadness. No one does it to feel that they are struggling. No one does anything to feel that they are burning themselves. No one does it anything to feel anxious in their lives. But still, we are hustling, but still we are in sadness, we are anxious, we are in depression, because to reach to the happiness we are taking the wrong path. To feel happy, we are putting ourselves through so much pain. So that is so ironical for me. And I cannot digest this fact right now. I did a year ago, but for more than a year I can't digest the fact that how come it can give you happiness in buying a car, buying an expensive car. What exactly does it do for you? Buying an expensive car, like you could buy a car if you wanted to save money for travel, or if you wanted to ease your way of commute, and you could buy a average car for which you did not have to work so hard to put yourself through so much anxiety, depression, and constant hustle. You could buy an average car for commute if that was your need. But people buy expensive car and they hustle to buy that expensive car. They do hard work, they put in more working hours. And what is the reason for that expensive car? Your work is happening in the average car. So we want validation, we want external validation. Like, even if we deny, like, no, I'm not doing it for the others, the expensive car gives me happiness. What kind of happiness? The buying expensive clothes and buying expensive makeup, buying expensive things, buying expensive technology gives me happiness. What kind of happiness? This happiness, the word happiness and the feeling related to it has existed throughout civilization, even before civilization existed. Happiness has already existed. It exists with the existence of nature. But your expensive car did not exist from 100 years from now. Your expensive makeup, your expensive clothing did not exist. So you are not exactly finding happiness. You are finding validation. And the happiness that comes through validation is a happiness that is always occasional, situational, and conditional. It is not a state of being for you. It is a state of constant hustle for you. As long as you will be able to hustle, as long you will be able to achieve those expensive things, and till then only you will get validation. But what if you stop seeking that particular validation for your happiness? What if you reject this idea of achieving so much? What if you reject this idea of being able to afford expensive clothing, expensive cars, expensive houses, expensive everything? So that to achieve that expensive thing, you do not have to put yourself through so much hard work and hustle. So that is why I call it a longer path, a troublesome path. It's like you're finding happiness through things, through validation. It just takes the courage to reject it. And that is what happened with me since last year. Not even more than a year. Well, I mean, from the end of April last year, I started, you know, getting into this uh, mindset. And slowly I was convinced by my own questioning, by my own uh, existential questioning, that whatever I am trying to do it is to seek validation. It exactly is to seek validation from society, from parents, from peers, from people who I don't even know. And so, what amount of happiness it can bring to us that we do not have to put ourselves through so much struggle. And at the end, we stop seeking this sort of validation. So it will give us double way happiness, double way contentment, double way freedom. It will set us free for life. We are absolutely reducing the amount of work that we have to do to reach that happiness, that we are escaping. And we are escaping the happiness that we get from seeking validation. Stop seeking validation, stop working so hard. So you'll be so happy, because if you're working hard and if you're seeking validation and someone doesn't give you validation, and your hard work also is going to wane. So we have to stop doing both the things. We have convinced us, our parents, our society, our peers, our siblings, our faculty, the entertainers, social media, even before social media, the entire existence has convinced us into working so hard and put us through anxiety, which is not required. We are taking loans to buy technology. We are taking debt to buy the expensive car, which we could afford a normal average car without taking a debt. But we are taking debt to be expensive, to look expensive, to seek that validation. No, speed doesn't give you thrill. It is the idea that the other person who is watching you speeding, and your idea that them watching you speeding, they are giving you validation. Maybe they are not. And what if they are giving you validation? What that? So your happiness and your contentment belongs not from within. It belongs to external sources. You know. And this was the reason that I was able to convince myself into leave all of that. It's not my cup of tea anymore. I don't want to have empires. It doesn't give me, it's not my fetish. Who to prove? Like, why do I want to do that? Why do want to people create empires? What for? And for that, like, I don't even understand. Their happiness comes from creating an empire. To create an empire, they have to go through hardship, sadness, depression, anxiety, constant uh, irregulation of their own psychology. Their nervous system is broken, their health is broken, their happiness is sacrificed. So can't we reach to happiness with a direct approach? We definitely can. People are doing it, I am doing it, but somehow the majority of the world is not convinced. They cannot face themselves, and they cannot tell themselves that they are seeking validation and their happiness is broken, their existence is hollow, and their mindset is shallow. Mine was my I was not born with this mindset. I was born in the uh, regular society. I've been brought up to become a slave of my own ideas and the society's expectations. I have also been brought up into the same society, in the same environment, in the same setup, in the same household. It's not that I was something different. I was someone different. I've been hugely ambitious, but it doesn't give me fire anymore. And why do we need fire? What for? We need fire to put others down. We need fire to feel superior, feel better. I don't want to feel better, I want to feel good in myself. I don't want to feel best. This idea of being the better, the best, is a reflection of your thought that you want to see something less than you. And this idea of competition with yourself, your fight is with yourself. No, you don't have to fight with yourself. This idea is corrupt. Why do you have to fight with anyone or with yourself? Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to fight with the entire world? It is a very easy way to be happy. Nature did not create us to do all of this shit in our lives. Nature gave us a life and we just can't live it. Oh, we are human beings, we are more conscious, we cannot live like animals. Would be the difference between us and animals? Like, there is no difference. Humans are worse. Humans have been worse since the uh, invention of technology. Humans have been worse since the evolution of industries. Humans have been worse since the idea of marriage, lineage. Humans are getting worse and worse day by day. Nature created us so beautifully to be in peace with existence, not hustle, not grind. It is not natural. Grinding is not a natural term. It is in today's world. If it was natural, then it would have been consistent. But with time, the grinding is increasing, that the hustle is increasing, the struggle is increasing, the competition is increasing. But naturally, we were not supposed to be in competition. We were not supposed to grind. We were not supposed to ruin our nervous system. We were not supposed to sacrifice our physical health and mental health at the same time. Or just to seek validation. We have no defense against this statement of mine that we are doing it for validation. If we stop seeking validation, there is nothing we will do. accept existing in harmony and happiness and contentment and free from the validation of society. This is the meaning of life. There is no purpose of life. Life has no meaning. It has no meaning. We don't have to give it meaning, because giving meaning to something doesn't mean it is perfect. No. But through years of grooming, we have been convinced into give everything meaning, and unless we find a meaning to it, we get anxious. But why do we need to have meaning for everything? We do not have any meaning for life. Life is meaningless. We are trying to hustle to give it a meaning. Like in this little place, we are just grain of sands in this huge universe. We don't even know how big the universe is. We're just grain of sands, and we are trying to be relevant these in front of these grain of sands, the society. What exactly are we trying to do here? We are worth more, not for them but for ourselves. We are not going to get this life back again. This is a beautiful life, it has no meaning, and we don't need to find any meaning. Finding meaning in life gives you anxiety, gives you pain, makes you do stupid struggle. Oh no, I want to sit in a expensive restaurant, I want to sit in an expensive cafe, and that gives me validation because I will be looked at by people. And who will be those people? They are as same as you. They are also thinking the same. So what is the difference? Just another person, just another human being, as stupid as you. You're seeking validation from them. They also seek validation from other people. So you do not have self-worth. You do not value yourself. You do not value your own humanity. You feel sad. You feel anxious if you feel that you were ashamed in front of other people. Like dogs don't do that. Tigers don't do that. Elephants don't do that. They don't feel ashamed of anything. They don't. Nature didn't create us to be ashamed in front of other people. But you have, through years and years and years, thousands and lakhs of years of grooming, we have been developed. Our brain, our consciousness have been developed into seeking validation from external sources. But we have the choice. We have the choice, and we are the masters of our brain. If I can make this choice, it is not difficult. It just takes a little courage to deny everything. And not only me, a lot of people are doing it. I have met those people, I have seen those people on social media who had the courage to, you know, downsize on their life, who had the courage to give up on their ambitions. But giving up on ambitions is not a failure. It is the best decision someone can take to seek happiness with a shortcut. It is the smartest way to live. I don't want to prove something to anybody. I, tell the world, you keep proving yourself to somebody, because you cannot prove something to yourself. I'm feeling a little cold again. I mean, for a week now it was a little hot. It's the middle of February. And not only on the level of seeking validation, but society and this new age, this new generation, social media and exposure to every sort of thing in the world is grooming us into being more anxious. Our expectations are, very stupid. Our expectations are so stupid these days. We expect other people to behave in a certain manner with us. We expect our romantic partners to behave in a certain manner with us. if they if they do not show their masculinity, if they do not show their femininity to us, we break beautiful relationships, because we are not getting what the social media is showing us. We are not getting what the religions are teaching. We are not getting what the society is displaying us, that this is the definition of good relationship or love, etc. So we have nothing of our own. We are just, we have sold our soul to the society. And I don't mind saying it. But I feel happy, and I'm it would be a beautiful, humble, kind world if people would stop seeking validation and stop giving themselves so much pain through hustle and struggle. I wish people do it, because the more we are seeking external validation, the more we are struggling, and the more we are creating nuisance in the society, on the planet. The more we are constructing, the more we are cutting off forests. It all comes from these stupid desires. We want to have more houses. Like, what would you do with bigger houses? Are we aware that to create more bigger houses, we need to cut down forests? To have more furniture, we need to cut down forests for that. To have more cars, to have expensive cars, to be able to afford more, it destroys nature. Our fetishes are destroying the nature that we are trying to live in, and destroying the nature is not a good thing. The best we can do is be with nature and avoid all this social stupidity, avoid all this hustle culture. Why can't we live a humble life? What makes us not do that? Because we are seeking validation, and apart from that there is no single reason, because human beings can be happy in a humble life. But no, to have more expensive clothes, we know how much harm it is for the nature, for the ecology. We're disrupting the natural balance. We are disrupting our natural balance with the existence, with the universe, with the nature, with mountains, trees, rivers, water. Everything we are doing is polluting the nature. But why do we care? Why do we care? We just need a little amount of validation from the other people. We don't care if the world is getting fucked. We don't care if we are cutting forests to make houses. We don't care if we are ruining the entire weathers, climates, and the entire sky, the air, for our fetish of buying expensive cars. We don't care. Why would we think about that? Just a little amount of validation is okay. And the moment that this validation ends, we feel anxious again, and again we start hustling, grinding, struggling so much, so that it can repeat. I don't feel the need of it. I don't understand the need of it, because there is no need. All right, I'll see you again. Think about it, and leave your opinions down in the comment section. Bye.